Morning, everybody. Next point under common indicators for measuring business social performance is general accountability. For the better indications of the business social performance, the general accountability of the business plays a very important role. If the decentralization of the authority is appropriately accorded by the management, the effectiveness of every functions in the management can be successfully performed, which enhances the responsibility for measures for the business. General accountability, it is used for the purpose of indicating business social performance. On the what basis we can be able to measure it out, figure it out, that an organization has delegated the right responsibilities for a right candidate. Right, it is seen that when we see the past record of the organizations which have got the larger market share in an market, and which is running successfully, the result for that is their general accountability measures which they have performed very well and effective. So it is said that when right amount of job may be given to a persons who may be expert in that related fields, may be able to perform better than the other candidates. So we have divided different functional areas in an organizations. For example, it is marketing, it is human resource management, it is production management. In many organizations in today's time, they are giving much investments they are making in the areas of research and development. Generally, for examples, if we say about pharmaceuticals companies in India, then Indian pharmaceuticals companies which are giving much investment, much time in research and developments. One example is the recent company Bharat Biotech, which is developing a vaccine for corona. It is said that yesterday's news, it was said that this company has organized different conferences. Different delegates from different countries have visited these companies, and the chairman, the top management has given their presentations on what is their preparations for corona vaccines and how they are going to deliver, what's the productions, how they are going, what's research and which particular stage they are. These are the important things they are discussing to different countries. So it is said that different areas which we call it as functional areas in an organizations, that is major, it comes the four major functional areas, that is production and operation management, the marketing management, then human resource management, and other is finance department. So all these particular areas of a business are very important, because if we take example of finance department, their basic work is to look after the finances, financial matters of an organizations. If we talk about marketing department, their work is to make a good image of an organizations, to sell, to promote the product of an organizations. Production and operations departments will be focused on producing a particular products in the markets with a very good qualities, and daily it should be a revival of, or there should be a testing for all these products. So it is said that general accountability means if all the functional areas of an organizations they work in a effective manner, then an organizations will lead to a good success in the markets. Right, so there are many examples of different companies that we take, that in terms of general accountabilities, right, they are much more ahead than other companies. If we take example of Apple, Samsung, these companies are there, right, which are Google, Facebook. These companies are especially focusing on these different functional areas of its companies, and it is able to delegate or its staff in such a way that everybody will be used for the purpose of working much more effective and efficient for the organizations. So general accountability is what it makes a difference, that is we have to understand, right? So it makes a difference when all the departments, they coordinate with each other, they work hand in hand, right? So that is the general accountability which will enhance the responsibility measures for the business. In short, management should accord equal priority to every stakeholder of the business to get better performance evaluation. So general accountability, it means whether it is your stakeholders, it is your responsibilities, that what the work duties will be given to them should be evaluated at every stages of a life cycles. So general accountability, it means people will be able to work better if they will be given the work which they are expert in that doing. So it is a work of an top managements, they should look after this priorities. They should be giving much priorities to general accountability, general responsibilities of a person. Now the sixth point is employees recognitions and rewards. The employees of the organization should be treated as an asset rather than a liability. An organization should consider that the employee's satisfaction puts a lasting impression on the social performance of an organization. For this reason, the recruitment, promotion, demotion practices of the business should not be discriminatory, and rights of every employee should be protected as adequately as possible by the management. The arrangement in the organizations should be such that the employees tend to engage in behavior that is recognized and rewarded and avoid behavior that is penalized, right? So employees recognitions and rewards, the person who is performing better would be rewarded more. This is a usual practices which is done by many companies. Take example of LIC, take examples of other insurance companies who are giving a hefty gift to their agents, right? They are giving lot of benefits to their employees because they feel that employees are their assets. Employees will be given the better facilities, better economic returns, then they are going to functions much more better, much more effective than what they are working, right? So employees recognitions, right? We say in an organization there are two types of benefit which will be given. One is monetary benefits in terms of salary rises, in terms of other extra benefits, allowances will be given to the employees. Apart from that, there are other non-monetary benefits which are also given to the employees. These non-monetary benefits consist of, right, providing regular motivations to the employees, right? We are having several examples across the country or across the globe where we have found that different companies, their practices when the employees reach to the organizations early in the morning, what are their practices, right? They have certain things, they have prayers, they have certain routines which they follow, right? So why these routines are created? The reason for that, it is to make a better environmental culture where every employee should follow the guidelines of the organizations, the system of the organizations, and work according to what organizations objectives are. So it is clearly understood, right? We can clearly understand from the vision, mission, and from the guidelines or code of conducts of an organizations that what organizations demands from an employees, what it expects from this different employees. So employees recognition is, we say it will be a two-way communications. When the organizations are going to reward their employees, then employees in return also will do much more better what they are doing at present. So employees recognition and award means at every year, suppose if we give an employee award, the best employee of the year, right? So this is going to prove much more beneficial when you perform such kind of activities, such kind of task within your organizations, it will make your employees feel better, right? So what are the benefits what you give to your employees? You are recognizing them, you are affiliating them, you are guiding them for their future, for their better future. So it is, an organization should consider that the employee satisfaction puts a lasting impression on the social performance of the organizations. For this reason, the recruitment, promotion, demotion practices of a business should not be discriminatory. That's a very important point. Discriminatory means when there are differences. When your organizations make a differences in terms of religion, in terms of caste, creed, color, right? Different characteristics which should not be done, right? If you are black, it does not mean your salary would be low, right? You are white, it does not mean your salary will be higher, right? So it will depend upon your performance. What you perform, the same thing you would be getting in return. That is what the psychology, that is what the system methodology, right? In every work, if you take example, then you require one thing, that when you give a good effort, your result also will be very good, right? It may happen that you get result late, but yes, result you will get, that's a final thing. So yeah, easy hai, right? That when you care for your employee, your employees are going to care for you, right? So simple funda is that duty of gratitude, what you give, same thing you will get in return. So it is going to create a good impressions. If without any discriminations, without any discriminatory policy, right, you are looking after every employees and their rights, the arrangement in the organization should be such that the employees tend to engage in behavior that is recognized and rewarded and avoid behavior that is penalized. So that is the sixth point. Seventh point is CSR reporting. For the transparent measurement of business social performance, the business should better report it from time to time through proper channels so that the stakeholders can report it towards the concerned CSR practices. On seeing the views of the stakeholders, the performance can be improvised too from time to time. So CSR reporting. So CSR reporting is generally done for the purpose of bringing transparency in an organization. If we say in the vision, mission, right, or in its code of conduct, organizations are claiming that they generally do much to the societies. So when you do good to the societies, is you are reporting it back to the authorities, right? Whether you tell to the government authorities that what you do, the same thing has been presented in the report, right? So transparency, every stakeholders, they have got right to know in the companies which they are investing. Simple example, if I am investing $10 million, or if I am investing 1 crore rupees in a company, actually I will look at the history, I will look at the financial report of that organizations, and I will do everything to know each and every information about that organization. So CSR reporting means it is a kind of a system through which every organization's financial matter, marketing matters will be known by their stakeholders. So at least you should know what you are doing. People should know what you do. That is CSR reporting. So it is generally been done for the purpose of bringing transparency, transparent measurement of the business social performance. So the business should better report it from time to time through proper channels so that the stakeholders can respond towards the concerned CSR practices. So here important word it is used, that is the proper channel, right? So reporting means CSR reporting should be done to the concerned authority. You don't have to look at any other companies, you don't have to look at any other things, but only you have to concern about the main thing, that is you should concentrate on your reporting. Whatever you do, same thing you present to the people, to the stakeholders. So at least that's why in an organization at every year they are holding annual general meeting. Reason for that it is that in annual general meeting they are discussing about the result, upcoming plans of the organization, right? Mukesh Ambani will hold a meeting for Reliance Jio 5G कि हम आने वाले सालों में 5G टेक्नोलॉजी स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं, तो आप लोगों का क्या उसमें मंतव्य है? व्हाट डू यू थिंक ऑफ दैट, वेदर वी शुड कंटिन्यू विद दैट और नॉट, वी शुड प्रोसीड टू दैट पर्टिकुलर वर्क और नॉट. So that is the important thing, that when you make a important logic, when you make your organization transparent, then it is advantageous that you get the privilege of having a very good image in terms of stakeholders. So that is the 7th point, CSR reporting. Transparency should be there. 8th and last point is leadership and pioneering role. The CSR practices have become so common and have been made mandatory for the companies come under the provisions for CSR as per the Companies Act 2013. So as per the government's interventions, government has made a certain rules and regulations कि ये मैंडेटरी कर दिया कि एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो है जिनका टर्नओवर 500 करोड़ या ज़्यादा होता है, बड़ी कंपनियाज है, मल्टीनेशनल कंपनियाज है, जिनके ऑफिसेस बहुत सारी कंट्रीज़ में ऑलरेडी है, तो ऐसी जितनी भी कंपनीज़ हैं जो कि साइज़ में बड़ी है, राइट, टर्नओवर में बड़ी है, प्रॉफिट में बड़ी है, राइट, एम्प्लॉयज़ बेस बड़ा है, ऐसी जितनी भी कंपनियाज हैं उनका यही रोल रहता है कि आप जितने मनी मार्केट से कमाते हो उतना आपको उसमें से थोड़ा सा 2% रिटर्न बैक करना पड़ेगा. तो दैट इज़ द नॉर्मल थिंग दैट वी से दैट लीडरशिप रोल मीन्स गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो प्लेज ए इम्पोर्टेंट रोल इन स्प्रेडिंग द अवेयरनेस. कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, we say corporate governance. Corporate governance means how these companies will be protected, how these companies, or how to make a business climate, business environments where every company is generally all they follow the proper rules and regulations. So here it becomes very important for such companies to compete for keeping their market position intake from their competitors, otherwise they would lose their leadership positions and would incur huge loss in the regard. So it is usual, whether you are a big companies, small companies, or you fall under in any category, कोई भी कंपनीज को बिलोंग करते हो, राइट, अगर आपकी कंपनी ने प्रॉपरली पोजिशनिंग नहीं किया, दे हैव नॉट डन ए बेटर पोजिशनिंग, then they are going to lose the game. वो कंपनी आउट हो जाएगी. ऐसे हमारे सामने बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल है जो कंपनीज एक ज़माने में 60-70% मार्केट शेयर था, वो आज की डेट में उन्होंने ध्यान नहीं दिया तो वो लोग बिक गई सारी कंपनियां से. तो कहने का मतलब यही है कि लीडरशिप रोल, चाहे कोई टॉप मैनेजमेंट में बैठा हो, उसका रोल प्लस जो जनरल मैनेजमेंट एक चेयरमैन है कोई भी कंपनीज का, तो उसी का ये रोल रहता है कि कंपनीज जो है पूरे गाइडलाइंस के साथ चले. कंपनीज जो है पूरा कंपनीज एक्ट बनाया है 2013 या डिफरेंट गाइडलाइंस जो गवर्नमेंट की है, ऑन दैट बेसिस इट हैज़ टू वर्क, राइट. इट्स बेसिक वर्क इज to follow all the rules and regulations which they have been or which is there in market, right? So they have to fulfill all these things. Thank you.